My name is Jennifer Stay. Welcome to Coloring Bliss, and we are here for our weekly live event. If you missed it, part 1 is over on Facebook. We do this every week where we do part 1 on Facebook, part 2 here with you on YouTube. And today we are talking about the Chameleon markers, one of my marker nemesises. And today we're giving them another try. This is not my second try. This will be my third try to fall in love with the Chameleon markers. So the reason we're giving it a third try is because I have a follower that was so kind to send me a set of the Chameleon Color Tops. I keep wanting to call them the toppers. I wonder why I want to keep calling them the toppers. Anyway, this is the Chameleon Tops. They make it so that you can go from a gradient from one color to the next rather than a gradient from no color to the color. Anyway, I'm going to show you what it all does. It's pretty exciting that I get to try this out. I'm so grateful, and it's going to be fun. And I will give you my honest opinion. Do these tops save the Chameleon markers and make them one of my new favorite tools? We're going to find out. We're going to dive in and do some actual coloring on a coloring page after I've shown you a little bit about the Chameleon markers, just in case they're a new tool to you. But before we dive into that, I need to do the giveaway. We started a giveaway last week when we had the Spectrum Noir Tri-Blend markers. I'll have Steve hand those to me so I can show you what we gave away right here. These are the 3 markers. If you missed it, last week I did a demonstration on how these 3 markers work. Well, I had a big set, and these 3 markers, what happens is they break into 3 parts. So they look like just 3 markers, but you actually get 3 colors per marker. So whoever wins these, they're going to get 9 different colors. So it's pretty cool. And thanks to the nice friends over at Spectrum Noir who sent me a set of markers, so that this set that I had already pre-purchased can be gifted to one of you. So cool. So thank you to everyone who participated in the giveaway. If you didn't get a chance to participate, or you weren't lucky enough to win, please don't dismay. Make sure you've subscribed and you hit the little notification bell, and you're at least a free member over at Coloring Bliss, because that's the way you'll get notified the next time we do another giveaway. So, because we do a lot of giveaways around here. I got a box behind me full of stuff to give to you, so make sure you are subscribed so you don't miss out. But Steve, I'm going to let you again. We already announced this over on Facebook, but we're going to announce it again just like we've never announced it. It's going to be so exciting. So let's get Steve over here and let him, why won't it go there? And let Steve, the birthday boy, yes, that's right, it was Steve's birthday this week. Happy birthday!
Thank you.
So, as your birthday gift, I'm going to let you announce the winner of these 3
Wow,
markers.
thank you.
That's your birthday
It's
present.
an amazing gift.
All right, who gets these?
All right, congratulations, Trisha Gilbert.
Trisha, congratulations. And what does she need to do?
Trisha, send me an email to support@coloringbliss.com and let me know which mailing address you want me to send these to.
Okay.
I'll get those shipped out to you.
All right, very good. Congratulations, Trisha. And happy birthday.
Thank you.
That makes me think of, remember when we were little and you go to primary on Sunday and they bring you up in the front and they all sing you happy birthday. Remember that? Should we stand you up and sing happy birthday?
No, I don't
to you?
think so.
Oh, all right. Anyway, I do really want to wish Steve a happy birthday. He does so much for us here at Coloring Bliss, and I'm very grateful for him. So happy birthday. Okay, so I will give these to Steve so that he can hang on to them until we hear from our winner. Here you go, Steve. Okay, so we're going to get straight into the Chameleon markers. Now, you guys know that I don't really like these markers. You can get the chameleon effect, which is basically what I demonstrated right here. You can see how it gradiates from no color all the way to full strength color. I was using number V0 to mauve, and I got it to gradiate all the way from no color to full strength color here. You can get that same chameleon effect without purchasing these expensive markers. And I demonstrate that. I've demonstrated it many times on my channel. I think there's a video here on YouTube called the chameleon effect. So if you want to see how you do that, go watch that video and you can see how to do it with your own markers. Whether they're alcohol based or water based markers, doesn't matter. You can get that same chameleon effect. The rule of thumb though, don't cross types of markers, alcohol based to alcohol based or water based to water based, and you can get the same chameleon effect. Now the cool thing about the chameleon markers is everything you need to get the chameleon effect is all in one tool. Now, the things I don't like about the chameleon tool, it's huge. It's a big tool. You got to have special ways to store the tool. Right now I'm just using a shoebox or a pretty box. I grabbed a pretty box for filming purposes, but typically I just have them in a shoebox. If you're going to be carrying them around, you're going to need a special case. These are long markers. Look at this compared to a Copic marker. You can see how long it is. They're even longer than one of my longest markers, which is a Tombow. So these are long markers. Now, typically when you're coloring with them, you've got the chamber off the back, and that makes it smaller and easier to hold in your hand. Although we were just discovering that when you're using the color toppers, it's pretty much this whole big thing in your hand, and I'm going to show you how that works here in just a minute. Okay, so when you get these, you get a brush tip on one end, and it's a teeny tiny, maybe one of the smallest brush nibs I know of. Although, let's see, the pips, the pip pens, those have a very small brush nib too. This is one of the smallest brush nibs I know of. Let me show you for comparison's sake so you can see the difference in size. That is the chameleon right here, and that is the Copic that we all love so much, the Copic brush nib right there. So it's very, very small. It's a very delicate brush nib. All my sets, when I purchased them, came with replaceable nibs, which is really nice because they are very delicate, and at first they seem nice and rigid and like they're going to last a long time, and then they sort of break down quite quickly. And when you read the packaging, they say that that's a good thing. You're going to get more of a painterly type effect with that kind of broken down nib. So they're calling it a positive side to their nibs. So take that as you want, whether you think that's really a good thing or not. It's a kind of personal preference, I think. Okay, so that's the chameleon markers. They've got lots of color names. Yeah, they're very expensive. I've got links to everything in the video description. Let's get to doing some actual coloring. This is the page that I have chosen to color. Right here, we're going to pretend it's Valentine's. I'll show you what book this is from, just in case you're curious. This is one that's full of my art here at Coloring Bliss. You can come on over to our Coloring Bliss print shop and get books printed on the paper of your choice. This book is printed on marker paper. Our marker paper here at Coloring Bliss is amazing. I love it. It's very smooth. So what are you looking for in a marker paper? You want a paper that is very smooth and very dense. So a good cardstock is really good. This paper, we had so much fun going down to our paper supply and trying out so many different kinds of papers. It was so much fun. I walked in there with a stash of markers and sat down on pallets full of paper and just played with their paper. It was really a fun day. And this was the paper that we picked, and I love it for markers because it's got so much dense fibers. You can do lots of fun layering in it, and then it's so smooth it protects the nibs, which is very important, especially with our beautiful brush nibs. And here we've got these chameleons with these very delicate nibs, so you want to protect them and be on a paper that's going to give you the longest life possible. But also, now the nibs will just smoothly glide across the paper, and it will make your work a lot easier. So that's the paper we're working on. Remember, I say this over and over, but it truly, truly is true. Pairing the correct tool with the correct paper is going to make your job so much easier, and all of a sudden you're going to feel like, wow, my coloring is getting so much better just when I paired the right tool with the right paper. It's really going to make a huge difference. I didn't used to believe it a long time ago, but it makes all the difference in the world. Marker paper. Okay, so we're going to color buttons. I was obsessed with buttons when I was young. Am I the only one? Is anyone else still obsessed with buttons? So when I drew this, it was sort of an homage to my mom. She had these big like cookie tins full of buttons. And so when I drew this, that's what I thought of. And I was just telling Steve when we were switching over to YouTube that when I drew this, I made sure that this thread that comes from the needle goes to every single button. So if you ever download this picture, you can, if you're a member over at Coloring Bliss, or if you buy this book, you can follow the thread, and it should, let me know if I'm wrong, but it should trace through every single button and come all the way around to the other side. It was so hard to get it to do that, and so much fun. It was a fun challenge that I probably didn't necessarily need to do to myself, but it was really fun to do nonetheless. So we're going to use these buttons as an opportunity to practice blending with the Chameleon markers and pairing fun combinations of colors. I'm going to pretend that I am Lincoln, my nephew. Remember Lincoln from when I let my nephew come and take over my coloring and he got to choose all the colors? I'm going to get in that mind frame of a kid and not obsess about the color combinations. Just pick some fun, crazy combinations and see what happens, and see if this is going to change my feelings about the chameleons.
Okay.
All right, so maybe what we should do is just randomly pick a marker from my box. Hi, Ruthie. One of these days we should let Rose take over the channel, and she can pick the colors. That would be fun. What color would you pick? All right, first one up, we got baby blue. Okay, so I'm going to pick any color other than baby blue. This one. Ooh, crimson red and baby blue. Okay, so the first thing I recommend with the Chameleon markers is to practice. We're going to put, this is a blotting page, so that if any of the alcohol ink will leak through this paper, even though it's really thick, if it does leak, I don't want it to get on to this really pretty page that I colored. So yeah. Blotting pages, really good idea. So I've got a blotting page there, and I'm going to move that little tag, and we've got a spare piece of paper here so we can practice, and I'm going to show you how these work. Okay, so we're going to use the brush tip right here. I'm going to take that off. We should be able to see the color go into that light blue really good. Okay. Ugh. Here we go. So what you do, you can see right here in the chamber, there's a window, so you can see that nib that's in there. And what we're going to do is kiss this nib against that nib. And you can see them kiss up against each other right here in the window. To make sure you guys can see it. Let's see if I move my hand. There, now you can see it. So we just kiss them just like that. And then you hold it this direction, so vertically. 2, 3,
I was going to say that's
4,
going to go a long ways, isn't
5.
it?
Okay, now you can see that was just 5 seconds, and look how much red. Okay, so we're gonna see how much comes out. Okay, now think of those little buttons we're going to be coloring, and that's like a huge gradient all the way to blue. Where's my blue? Is that the blue? Is it really that light? Look at the tip is still kind of pink. I'm gonna kind of scribble around, clean it off. Steve's favorite sound from last week. Now, where's the blue? This is baby blue. That's very light blue. I don't remember it being that light. Has it? It's wet. Look at it. Ink is coming out. Okay. Maybe something's happened to the ink. Because I know it wasn't that color before.
I know
it was
Jack
that
and
color.
Jerry Ann are watching, and they have these, so maybe they can test that color.
Okay, test baby blue, because my baby blue has lost
BL2?
its umph. BL2, baby blue, is now white. I have a new colorless blender. Okay, let's try a different one. Random. Oh, pink. Okay, let's test it first. Okay, good. We got some pink. Here we go. Let's try again.
Melinda says, I believe the baby blue is the one that can be barely seen.
Okay, so yeah. Well, I would say not seen at all on mine. So we got a gradient though. Okay, but we know that holding it for 5 seconds was way too long, especially considering we're going to be coloring teeny tiny cute little buttons. So let's try 3-second kiss. So romantic. We are doing a Valentine's thing. Okay, so again, I'll let you see the kissing here if I can hold it.
And remember, you're starting to count after you've already had it on for a couple seconds. So
Okay, I will pay 1, 2, 3. Okay, that was a 3-second kiss. Okay, there's our
Lisa says,
color.
yeah, that blue, that's the color.
And then to the pink. Okay, that was a better blend for a button. That was a nice short transition. So I think that was good. So a 2 to 3 second kiss is all we're going to be doing here. So that's good. Okay, let's do a button. Bring it into real life application here. We're going to just start with this button right here and do our kiss. Here we go. 1, 2. 2-second kiss. And I want the bottom side to be the dark side. Okay. And then I want it to start transitioning. And I think I'm not going to worry about the holes. I can come back and refill in the holes with white. Okay, there's our first button.
Nice.
And the outside edge, what do I want to do? Let's try again. Let's do like a 2-second kiss. Here we go. 1, 2. And again, darkest part down here. Now, haven't we heard that people say the chameleons are notorious for activating the printer toner?
Yeah.
So I'm curious to see. Now, I want just a little bit. Come on, transition, transition. There we go. So I used my scratch paper to help get some of that darker ink out of the nib and get to my lighter color as fast as possible. Okay, that's my first. Now, let's see if we can improve. Okay. So we've used these two. Let's pick 2 new ones.
Okay.
This one. Whoa, fuchsia.
Ooh, what's fuchsia going to get mixed with? This will be exciting. Ooh, those are
Turquoise.
nice. Really nice.
That looks like something Lincoln would pick. It's too bad we don't have Lincoln on here and he could say, I approve, or
Yes.
pick again. Okay, here we go. So I'll show you what it looks like. That's the fuchsia there. Okay, I'm all giggly. Here we go, 2-second kiss. We're going to do this polka dot button right here. Okay, 1, 2. I'll show you the nib. This one is showing it pretty good. Can you see the darker tip? So this is, we were talking about this over on Facebook, and I'm going to demonstrate it right here. How if you color more with the pen standing up, then the blue is going to come out first and then transition to the pink. If you hold the marker too far at an angle, then the nib is going to have part of the blue and the pink will come out. See the two-tone that comes out?
That's kind of cool.
And it's cool, but if you didn't know and you were like, okay, I'm going to do this, so you get like this weird ribbony look. Let me bring it up. See how it kind of colors out in like ribbons. So if that's the effect you want, that's great. That's cool and everything. But if you were more going for this effect, you would be pretty frustrated. So just be aware of that. The angle that you hold your marker at is going to change the way that the ink distributes onto the paper. So let's make sure that our nib is clean and we'll try again.
Mystic Sparkle Wings says that she's had the chameleons for over a year.
1, 2.
Sounds like she colors mostly just without the gimmick, the gradient gimmick. She just uses
Just
them
colors like this, yeah. Okay, so this time I think I'm going to go ahead and come right in here. Oh, it transitioned really fast to the pink.
You could like stop there and then do the same on the other side.
Yeah. I think my mandala is falling off the wall again. Okay, here we go. 1, 2. Okay, so we talked a little bit about this over on Facebook too, how one color may transition one way, but another color it will act differently. So like this transition is acting different than these two transitioned. So that's why having a scratch piece of paper handy where you can practice, what does a 2-second kiss do? What does a 3-second kiss do? Do I need to do a 20-second kiss? These kinds of things are going to be important to figure out. Plus, if you're coloring something big, I'm doing little buttons, but if you're coloring, say, a big field of grass, a different length of kissing is going to be necessary. Okay. Fill in. And we've got a bit here that I want to just do a little better transition. A 1-second kiss to get that transition a little better. Okay. And then anytime you're doing the chameleon effect, whether you're doing it with chameleons or with other markers, make sure that the tip of the marker that you're impregnating with other ink is clean before you cap it and put it down. You don't want to surprise the next time you pick up fuchsia and you discover it's loaded with turquoise. So make sure you cap it good. Cap everything good. I mean, clean it good and then cap it and put it down. Okay, let's go for another one. That turned out pretty cool, I think.
Yeah, that's pretty.
Okay, we're going to keep experimenting, trying different things, and see what we learn. Okay, I've grabbed burgundy. Ooh, that'll be neat. Burgundy and light peach. Okay, so this is burgundy. So I'd love to hear from those of you who have chameleons. What are your favorite techniques with them? I need all the ideas possible because I just really, I struggle. Let's be honest. Here we go. We're going to do this button here. So should we do a 3-second kiss? I don't know, 2 seconds? Let's do a 3-second kiss.
Jerry Ann says, good job, Jennifer. And
1, 2, 3.
And you can rotate the nib.
Ooh, rotate it in my hand. That's a good suggestion. Okay, so it should be the lighter color coming out first. And then we'll transition into the really deep color. Whoa. Okay, now this is another thing to remember. Those dark colors are potent, right? I want to try this combination again. And this time I want to, that was a 3 or a 2-second, and look, we barely got that light color. So remember, a light color is going to have to fight back that really dark pigment. So we've got burgundy and we've got light peach fighting against really deep burgundy. So that's going to take more kissing to get that to go onto that nib the way we want. So let's try maybe a 10-second. Should we go 10?
Go for it.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, and let's come over here and pick one of these over here. This is roughly the same size button here. And see, rotating the nib. Little streaky. Come on, where's the dark? Did I do it too long this time? Here it comes. Here comes the dark. Very pretty. Okay, that one worked pretty good. Okay, I'm going to make sure we got straight to burgundy there.
Something I noticed, did it transfer into the top? Did the burgundy transfer into that one?
Nope. Good question. I'll let you guys peek in there as I throw it. Right there you can see. Looks pretty clean to me. Okay, that was a really good question. And I have accidentally transferred ink before. Like I wasn't paying attention and I held it the other way. So ink flowed down into this nib, and all you have to do is flip it the other way and it sucks it back out the other direction. So if you ever do that, it's not the end of the world. I was scared for a minute because I was like, how am I going to get in there and clean that ink out? But
you know what I'd like to see you try is...
You've got scissors. What are we doing?
I'll use scissors to point.
Oh, I thought you wanted me to cut a nib or something.
Do like you did before, where it goes dark to light in the center, but then reverse it, dark to light on the outside.
Kind of like I did here?
No.
You have a different vision.
Well, you can still do the gradient. So if this one, say you did that one, rather than doing on the ring, rather than starting over here, start over here instead. So it goes dark on the ring to light on this side.
Okay, I think I'm following. Okay, let's pick a marker. Uh-oh, I didn't pick a dark color.
It's okay.
Now
Maybe this
a
one
top.
It can still be opposite.
Ooh, red coral and mellow yellow. Very sunsetty. Okay.
Nice. Maybe on this one.
You want me to come way down here?
Yeah, just so, because the whole button is shown.
Okay, this is the one. So you want the red. It's going to load red first. So where do you want the red?
Pick
Tell me
either
your
the top
vision.
or the bottom.
Okay, and then stay out of the
Out of the ring, yeah.
Stay inside the middle.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll see if I can. One of the hardest things as an artist is when someone has a very specific vision of what they want you to do and you don't quite see it, and you have to sort of try to create their vision. So we'll see what I can do here.
Lola says, seems like a lot of mystery and transition effect with these. Wouldn't you have more control with individual markers?
Yes, you do. You hit it right on the nose of why I really don't like this. When I color with markers, it's all about control for me. Markers are all about control. I can get exactly the ink, exactly where I want it. I can get the transitions, the blends, the lines, no streaks, all of it. I can achieve all of that with alcohol markers. So with the chameleons, you have to let some of that go. It's kind of like watercolor, where you kind of let it go and let it flow, and it might sometimes blend this way or it might do that way, because sometimes maybe you didn't hold it exactly straight up, maybe you held it this way, or you know, there's a lot of variables happening here, and I don't like suggesting products to my followers that have a lot of variables. I like to suggest things to all of you that I can say, if you buy this and follow these steps, you will have success. I love that formula. Whenever, you know, like I can tell you, if you buy these pencils and get this paper and follow Jennifer's rule of blending thirds, your color pencils are going to do exactly what you want them to do, and you're going to be happy. I can do that. I can give you that formula and all day long feel confident that you guys are going to get beautiful color pencil blends. But with chameleons, I don't feel like, I mean, I can tell you the paper, I can tell you to count. I can tell you to hold your marker a certain way. But I still, even when I practice, I can't get predictable, exact results. And that is frustrating as a teacher to me, because I want to be able to tell you that you will have success. All right, let's do some kissing. This is a dark fighting into a light, so I'm guessing it's going to transfer really easy. So I'm going to do a 2-second transfer. 1, 2. Yep, and I can see that pretty coral red. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. I can see it on the nib. Okay, Steve wants me to stay in the center. And he wants me to transition down.
Yeah.
Do you want me to go all the way down?
Not into the ring. Don't go into the outside ring.
Just to here.
Right.
And that's a yellow marker, and that is the biggest offender for reacting to toner. And it did a little bit. It's gone a little bit gray. Is that your vision? Did I create your vision?
Yes, now do the opposite now. So again, do it again, but this time do the ring, but start at the bottom.
Okay, and just the ring.
Yeah,
okay.
And you may need to do, what, like 1 second on this one? Because you're not putting down as much ink.
So we'll do a 1 second kiss. Okay. 1. Okay. There's our really pretty, what color is that? Red coral color. And then I have to kind of work both sides at the same time so we get the same gradient coming up and over. Ooh. Ooh, I like it. It needs bling though, like some gold. Don't you think it needs some gold bling on there? We'll have to do that in a minute. Let me bring it up so you guys can see Steve's vision accomplished on that button.
Very nice.
It's pretty. I like it. All right, let's go again.
Rochelle says she finally went to Bliss last week and loved it.
Fun. Oh, Bliss is so much fun. Where did we drive the other day? And we were on the freeway, sort of headed in that direction. And I felt the car pulling me to Bliss. I was like, oh, we got to go. Okay, we got peony pink, which is a very light pink. Let's see. It's not white, though, so that's good. And now we'll pick a topper. What do you think, Rose? You want to pick me a topper? Here, you pick one. Which one? Oh, she went for this one right here, everybody. She picked Warm Gray 7, which should look really nice, these two together. Okay, that's very trendy. Pink and gray. That's very trendy, Steve. Okay, Rose is very trendy. Okay, here we go. Let's come back up here. I'm going to do this big button right here. What? What was that? You wanted to pick more colors? Okay, I'll let you pick the next one. Here we go. Okay, this is a bigger transition, and we've got a darkish color going into a light color. So this color is going to probably win the transfer battle. So but we have a big button. Maybe a 5-second kiss. Let's try 5. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I could see it moving into the tip, so I stopped. I panicked. There was a lot going into the tip, so I stopped. Okay, this time I'm going to try to go like that. So we've got dark on the edges moving into the pink in the middle.
Yeah.
This makes me nervous because that means we're going to have to do that multiple times and try to get a consistent... I can do this. I am a professional. I can do this. I'm trying to get it in the right shot so you can do that other angle. Okay, here we go. And I'll try to keep my hair out of the way.
Oops. Rosie got her hair in the way now.
Oh, it wasn't me?
No.
Uh-oh. I did way too much of the gray. Okay, here comes the pink. Okay, that went really weird. This is gonna be a weird button. we can do this. Okay, a 1 second kiss. 1. Okay, now we're gonna use that 1 second kiss. Start back here again. Keep going back and forth till we see the transition coming through. And then bring it into the middle. Hopefully the lighter pink should help that transition. Okay, let's keep working with it. 1, 2. Okay, here we go. Back on this side now. Yeah, 2 seconds is much
Rosie.
better. Is she helping?
Mm-hmm.
I think she wants to pick another color. 1, 2. Let's come over here now. One, 2. Uh-oh. See, that was the same amount, and we got more gray that time than we did over here. Let it go, Jennifer. It's all right. See, the pink is hardly activating that toner, but down there with the yellow,
Yellow, yeah,
bam,
yellow
it
always does for some reason.
activated it like crazy. 1, 2.
I think this is probably a good way to practice these, you know, because you're learning a lot now, going through all of these different colors.
Yeah.
It already seems like you're getting better at them.
Okay, there's my button mixed.
Yeah, that one's a little weird.
Okay, but we're learning.
Yeah, but you.
I'm going to try to
there.
fix right there. 1, 2. Because I think if we can make this come down a little bit farther with the gray, it might look a little bit more balanced. That's better. Okay, now I think it looks decent. Okay, let's make sure our nib is clean. Cap it, and we'll let Rose pick the next color. Since she's over there whimpering. Okay, I'll pick the big one. We got taupe. Okay, I'm going to pick 3. We've got mauve, lagoon, and sand, and we're going to let her pick. Are we ready? Okay, Rosie, which one? Which one? There's 3 here. You smell and you tell me which one. That one? Okay, she wants that one. Okay, we're doing taupe and mauve. Interesting combination. I like it. I like it. I like the mood of it. It's very moody.
Good job, Rose.
Yes. Okay, we'll do the little triangle kite shape right here. This time I want to improve on this. See the stark line in between the 2 colors. I want to get better at that. All of mine, as they're drying, they're either looking streaky or the transition isn't excellent. So I want to get better at that.
Do you know what color set this is?
No, it was gifted to me, so I have no idea. Okay. But it's got, we could probably find out pretty easy, you know, by telling you which colors I have. Okay, here we go. It's very small. We've got a darkish, they're pretty much the same tonal quality. I'm going to test it over here. Let's do a 3.
So you've learned that.
1, 2, 3. Come up here. There's the mauve. Oh, see, the mauve didn't win at all. We got to go longer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Deb asked, can you do 3 colors?
Oh, I bet you can. We're so doing that on the next button. Okay, that 5 second was a really pretty blend. Okay, 5 second blend, everybody. Here we go. I may go to 6. Let's do 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here we go. Start at the tip. And I'm going to try to go slow. We don't want any streaks. I'm holding the pen at a consistent angle. I am going outside of the lines, but not on purpose. Which we can fix, right? Okay. Well, I want to see how that dries because I think that's my best transition yet. But will it be streaky? You can see this one here dried streaky. Will this one dry streaky? We'll find out. Okay, let's do a 3 color. Oh, that's the wrong cap. No, I did it right. Taupe. Okay, Rose, you're going to help us pick the 3 colors. And let me show you how to fix where you go outside of your lines. You need a colorless blender. Part of the gift that was sent to me was a colorless blender to try. So this is the same fluid, I'm guessing, that's in this part of the chamber on the big pens. I'm not positive, but I'm pretty sure that's what, I don't know why they would do a different kind of solution. So I'm using the bullet nib, not the brush nib. And you go up against, yeah, go to that angle. You go up to where, let me get in the shot, sorry everybody. You go into where the mistake is. I've got a mistake here too. And you're sort of pushing the ink back up against the line. So don't think of it as erasing, think of it as pushing the ink. I used to think of it as erasing, and it didn't work as well as when I started thinking of it as pushing. And having a little bullet nib to do it rather than a brush nib is helpful because you are physically pushing into the paper. Okay, we'll let that settle, and you can always come back and do a second, third, fourth treatment. Depending on the color you're fixing, some colors are more permanent into the fibers than other colors. So you might need multiple fixings when you make a little boo-boo. Okay, so let's do a 3 color blend.
By the way, Roberta recommended making sure the lightest color is the last one you load.
Oh, so I need to be thoughtful. Oh wait. Does that mean dark first? Lightest color is the last one you load. So we need to start with the dark color. Is that what that meant?
I guess.
Okay, here's a nice dark color. Indigo. Okay, so if we do yellow last, that would be pretty. And then maybe green?
Yeah.
In the middle? Sorry, Rose, I picked.
That green's pretty dark. Maybe a little lighter.
That one?
Yeah.
Okay, those will be our 3 colors. Indigo, dark sage, mellow yellow. I like saying that. Mellow yellow. And then let's pick a bigger button so we can see the blend. Let's do this big square button right here. But we are going to practice the blend first right here.
Polly just donated. She said, "So much fun watching you experiment. No mistakes, happy accidents."
Thank you so
Steve,
much,
happiest
Polly.
birthdays ever.
Aw, yes, happy birthday. Thank you so much, Polly. Okay, blue is going to be the last color then that's going to go onto the paper. So take the cap off, take the caps off. We got all of our colors. So the next color we're going to load is the green. So we're going to let's do a 3-second kiss. Okay, 1, 2, 3, and then yellow.
Do you need to do like longer on yellow, do you think?
Sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Sure.
Let's see what it does. Okay, so yellow should come out first. There's yellow to green to blue.
Cool.
Well, that's very satisfying.
That's awesome.
Okay, the green kind of got last. Well, it's there. Maybe we hold the green a little bit longer.
Yeah.
As it's drying, it's getting even more, like, it just looks like we went from yellow to blue and we had a nice mix in the middle.
How many colors could you load up?
Steve wants me to do that.
Well.
He's like, let's push this and see what it'll do. Okay, well, let's try doing a button with this combination first, and then we'll try Steve's trick of loading it up. And I'm wondering, like, maybe you chameleon experts can tell me, is it better to start with like the main marker to be a really light one, like a yellow, or am I doing it the right way using a deep dark color?
Someone said she's done it both ways, and it's both worked.
Okay, cool. Let's do it. Here comes green. I'm going to do the same thing, 3-second kiss and then a 5-second kiss. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Somebody's stealing the show again. Okay, here we go. We got to get right to it. We can't let the ink sit for too long here. So here comes the yellow. And transitioning to green. Struggling. Transitioning to blue. I think I did it.
This is where, like, what I wish you could have done was stop at the blue in the middle and then do the opposite.
Yeah.
So I guess you would just have to have the same tops and the same colors.
And then go yellow that way.
Yeah.
That would be cool. I just wanted to actually...
I guess no, you don't have to do that. Yeah, you're right. You just do it again, but just start from the other end.
Right. And that's kind of what I did on this
gradient.
one. Yeah. A reflected gradient. Is that what that's called?
Yeah.
Okay, everybody. Steve's big... is that from Photoshop? Is that Photoshop knowledge?
Yep.
Okay, let's try that again. And I want to go with a different combination because that was awesome. Look at that.
That's fun.
That's really cool. Okay, I must admit, this is fun. I'm having more fun.
Yeah, every other time we've ever done this, you've always just come away frustrated.
At this point, I would have been like, her, but I'm having fun.
Yeah, these are... Yeah.
I'm having fun. And what about you?
I have to admit, it makes me want to play with them too, just the different...
What? Birthday
combination,
boy?
especially seeing this 3 thing,
Birthday boy, you want to get in here and try?
No, that's okay.
If you change your mind, I got the seat all warmed up. You could come right here and try a 6-color blend.
You talked me into it.
Yes. Okay, guess what, Rosie? We got a guest colorist for his birthday coming on in here. Okay.
How many colors should we do for how old I am?
Oh my goodness, I'll be a serious color blend. I don't know if the nib could handle.
What do you think, huh? What do you think?
She's like, this is not okay.
Okay. I want to pick my colors. I'm going to pick... Well, you've already done mauve before, right?
You do anything you want, Steve.
Do you have...
Yeah, bring them all back up.
I want it to be really bright, all over here, it feels just kind of all muted except for that one.
They were all in the reds and stuff.
Yeah, I think I want the really bright fuchsia.
Okay.
Right?
That's your base one.
I don't know yet. Let's see, but I do want to combine it with the blue. I really like that blue. Did you just do indigo? Is that what you did?
Yep.
Ooh, what's that one? Oh, that's right. I have to pick the toppers. So I have to have a base and then the toppers. Okay. Because I really like that turquoise.
Happy birthday, Steve. 5 colors Kathy suggests.
Oh, I like that. Okay, I really like that fuchsia and turquoise. So I'm going to do that. So I guess I will start with fuchsia. And turquoise. What do you think, Rosie? What else should I try?
What about yellow or a bright green?
Oh, I have to pick from over here. We haven't done this tangerine yet, so I'm going for
really bright
Lincoln approved colors.
Lincoln approved, and these are what I was trying to look up. What the intensity, purity of saturation, saturated colors. Yeah. That's what you're doing.
See, those are just all too
desaturated.
Desaturated, yes.
I'm trying to use.
Okay, so I have a turquoise, a fuchsia, a tangerine. Guess I could put them right here. So
do you need your hat? You're not used to these bright lights. You're really squinty.
Yet. I'm okay.
Okay.
I'm going to go with this evergreen as kind of a dark. Ooh, this is cool. Okay, and then I need
Annie wonders about fuchsia, purple, and blue.
Okay, yeah, I'm going to go with the blue. So these are going to be really potent colors. Now, if we're supposed to work light to dark, that's going to be a little bit tricky, or dark, light to dark in this case.
Yeah.
So we start with this one.
What's your lightest?
I don't want the blue and the turquoise together.
No. This might be your lightest right here.
Yeah. So I think I'll go the fuchsia, then the blue. Oh, you think okay, so the turquoise, so let's go turquoise, tangerine, blue, and then green. I'll try that.
Okay.
Let's give it a try.
Yeah, you want to bring up that swatch paper and practice there
Yeah,
first?
that's good.
You could actually flip this around now so you have a nice clean corner there.
Okay.
All right. Libby says you're a wild child.
I am. My friend Randy always calls you wild man.
Wild man. Okay, so these are, which ones did you pick? These ones here.
Okay, so here we have
Let me move that out of your way. Get you organized here.
fuchsia right there. And then I'll go for...
Remember to hold them vertical so the gravity does the right thing.
So right
here.
there?
Yep.
Yeah. So it's going to be like that. Okay. I'll go like that so they can see the beginning of it. But just before
they kiss.
let me think for a second. Color-wise, time-wise. Should I just do like 3 seconds each one? Until the dark?
Yeah. And
Or
then
maybe...
you could test it and see what it does.
Okay, we'll do that. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Gotta keep them in order.
Yeah. Oh, they're not ready. Let me get you all
Orange.
ready here.
Thanks. 1, 2, 3.
Roberta says any order will work.
1, 2, 3. And then this one I'm worried is going to be a little strong, so I'm going to just do 1, 2. Okay.
Okay, let's see what it does.
All right, let's try this. I got to come one over here. Okay.
Here we go.
Oh yeah, that green. That went on for a while. Oh wow. So there's the fuchsia at the end. That's cool though.
That's really cool.
So I really didn't get the blue.
The light blue. I don't
And
see the
the
light
orange
blue.
also.
So,
Well, and where did the turquoise go? That was like right next to this one, and there's nothing in there.
I wonder, if you think about it, these are all liquids, right? And if the liquids are sitting on the nib, they might be mixing.
Yeah.
So you might have to work faster.
Okay, let's try this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Jerry Ann
1,
just did
2,
$20
3,
donation.
4, 5. Thank you, Jerry Ann.
Helping
1,
you count.
2. All right, let's try this again. Here we go. Just gonna have to come over just a little bit. There we go.
So see if going faster helps the colors stay separate,
Okay.
or if it's just going to do the same.
That's interesting. Yeah, it just mixes them in because that turquoise doesn't even show up.
Yeah. Well, it makes sense to me because we're working with a liquid medium. I forget, like I've said before, it's hard to remember that these are liquid mediums here. So
Right. So let's try switching orange.
Okay.
Okay.
Do a different
1,
order.
2, 3, 4, 5. 1,
Yeah, Roberta's saying
3,
hold the light
4,
ones longer.
5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we'll still just do 1, 2 on that one.
Okay,
Okay,
here
let's
we
try
go.
again. There, I got kind of some blue.
Yeah.
Oh well, then it goes kind of brown.
Color theory coming in here. Blue Petal Media suggests slowing down. The colors stay separate if you give enough time. Maybe you need to color slower. So try it again, load them up, and try coloring slower. That is a question.
Okay, I'm going to swap out the blue
for
yellow.
Okay.
And I think I want to try the yellow next to the pink. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then
yellow first.
1, 2, 3.
And orange.
1, 2, 3, 4.
And then turquoise.
1, 2.
And then dark green. So that's this combination. Okay, I'm going to slide you up just a little bit. Sorry.
Yeah.
Slow your count is what Blue Petal thought. Interesting.
Those are really, ooh, I like that combination.
That's pretty,
though.
that order. I like that order.
Yeah, me too. I'm going to stick with that one.
Okay, so let's go to a button now, and you could try a longer count, but they might need a little bit of a longer count because you're stacking the inks. I wonder if they need a little
where I'm using
longer
so
count.
many, I think I'm going to do a larger button.
Yeah, do a big button.
I'm going to do this one
any
down
button.
here. And then I'm going to do my trick
You have a trick?
that I showed you.
Oh.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Perfect thing
1,
to do on
2.
your birthday live event.
That's right. Okay, here we go. Let's start here.
Okay.
You able to get me in screen there?
Yeah, you're perfect.
I went outside.
That's all right.
Man, that green is powerful. Like I'm not even going to get to the fuchsia. Okay.
Yeah, start at the top now.
Should I keep going?
If you want, yeah. Or you could reload it.
Wow, I'm like really struggling to even stand.
This is my problem with them too, is like doing these fun gradients over here is really fun,
Yeah.
but then when you have to transfer that knowledge to something practical, it's like,
Yeah.
oh dear.
Yeah, I like it. I mean, it's cool.
It's really pretty.
But I think that green needs to be like 1 or something, and I think everything needs to be shorter, is what it is. So let's try it again.
Okay.
Let's get it cleaned off.
Yeah, make sure that nib is nice and clean.
Okay, let's try again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's do 5 again. 1, 2, 3, 5. 1, 2.
Yeah, they're liking how that button turned out.
And this one I'm just going to do like 1, 1,
Good idea.
2-ish. Okay, we'll try again. Still in frame.
Yep.
Okay.
I can even move to this view for them. Yeah, Roberta mentioned if you feel like it's not coming out fast enough, you can like sort of back up a little bit
Oh,
and
yeah.
hang in that area for just a second until the next color comes
Yeah,
out.
that's a good idea. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, that was really good. I think you're doing better than I was. Kim says, I think you lost your markers, Jennifer.
3,
I think it's interesting what tools
1.
inspire you and get you in the chair.
Yeah. Wow, I just did like 1.5 on that green.
So remember to back up if you need to.
Oh, yeah. That's right. Because I'm coming around the corner there and it's already... Oh, yeah, there we go. That's good. Oh, that's fun. Not the best coloring in the world, but... There we go.
Awesome.
You can see my messy coloring, but still get some idea of what
What
the
do you mean
colors
messy? It's awesome. Do you want to try the fixing the edges?
are. Yeah.
Okay, and see how easy that is. You look up at those other buttons above where I fixed the, yeah, I'll get the caps on while you try. And you can see how good the fixing of the mistakes turned out up there.
So you kind of push it
Yeah,
in.
think pushing, not like yeah, think push. Putting caps on
It's really picking up the...
the toner.
Yeah.
I had to be careful not to rub on the toner.
Yeah.
I should have mentioned that. It's all right.
I'll
all right.
blend it out or get a gray on this button underneath.
Well, remember it's looking translucent because of the water, the wetness.
Mm-hmm.
So that will go away too. Give it a second. Okay. All right.
All right. Mrs. Stay.
Bravo, birthday boy.
Thank you for your help, Rosie.
She was your helper. She's like,
Thank you, everyone.
can we get back to Mom being over here now, please? I'm here. I'm here. Didn't Daddy do a good job? Didn't he do a good job for us?
She wants to get down.
Yeah, you want to get down now? That's all right. It's warm in here if you want to get down and go do something else. All right, that was pretty cool. Thank you, Steve. All right, I want to do a couple more because we haven't tried all the topper colors yet. I want to make sure we get through all of them before I stop. We have this many more toppers to try. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we can do 9 more buttons, or we could try some different combinations, whatever we want to do here. So I've got 8 more minutes before the end of this stream. That means 1 marker a minute. Let's get this show on the road. Here we go. Speed chameleon markers, starting with orange. Mix it with olive green.
Go for it.
Oh. So ye of little faith, Jennifer. You can do this. All right, here we go. I'm not going to pre-test this. We're just diving straight in. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I'm not going to do a heart, orange and olive green. I want to do this round one, orange and olive green. I think I'll start with the dark on this side. Here comes, yeah, olive green should be coming out first, and it should transition to that pretty orange. I'm going to try Steve's idea of now switching and putting olive on the other side. What did you call this kind of gradient?
A reflected gradient?
Ooh. I want a little bit more. A little bit more of that olive in there.
I see. So you can just go back over it again. And...
Yeah, but see, now it's going to be streaky. That's all right. We're learning. This is such a fun page for practicing this.
Is, yeah.
It's perfect. If you want to download this page, Steve, tell them how they can get it. He's like,
I'm sorry.
Okay. Next up is I grabbed cinnamon, and the color is going to be this one. Bark. Ooh, that's going to be pretty. Much better than that.
Oh, I don't mind it so much.
Really? I think it's not my favorite. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Let's do this heart. It's not a rose, it's a heart. And I'm going to try Steve's trick where you start down here and transition up, and then we'll transition back down on the outer edges. So I can be a little bit sloppy because we're going to come back down the other way. Okay, so we got dark on the bottom, and then we're going to do dark on the top for the outer edge. 1, 2, buckle my shoe. Okay, so the brown needs to be at the top on both sides, like that. And then this is where it's hard. Like, you have to go back and forth so that the same amount comes out of the tip as we're moving down. That's tricky, but I think I did it. Okay, we'll let that dry and see how it looks as it dries. Okay, next combination. Ooh, a light one. Green apple. And another light one. Okay, I don't know if we've done too light.
Yeah.
Whoa, whoa, I'm throwing stuff now because we're supposed to do 1 a minute and we're already... I'm not doing 1 a minute. Okay, here we go.
Jerry Ann recommends
1,
lighter colors holding
2,
1 or 2 seconds
3,
longer.
4, 5. How about 10? 6, 7, 8?
I don't know,
8.
they're both lights. Maybe
Yeah, these are both light. Let's do this big one because we've never done 2 lights. I'm going to start in the corner.
Something you haven't tried yet is doing like
Here comes the green.
a fast transition.
Okay, I like that. Now let's 1, 2, 3, 4. And let's see if we can make this do what I want it to, which is kind of browny. Oh, it's changing already. No. A little bit more. 1, 2. What was that? Is she being naughty? That was not a good sound. Okay, I don't like how that worked. Not at all. I messed up in the corner, so now we have to make it look intentional. Let's just come in here with straight green and make it look intentional, shall we, everybody? I meant to make it look dark green over there. Yeah, that was on purpose. It's looking worse the more I fiddle with it. Stop fiddling and walk away slowly, Jennifer. 1 minute per marker. Stop fiddling. Move on.
Can you do like why don't you try doing 2 different pens, 2 different markers, and 2 different color combinations in one?
Okay, explain what you just said. I was thinking about.
So this time grab two pens and 2 tops.
2 pens.
Okay, and now 2 tops.
2 tops. Ooh. Okay, there's a good variety.
Okay, now put 1 on one, 1 on the other.
Okay.
So the yellow on the turquoise, violetish blue on the red.
Okay.
And then color the same button with both combinations. So maybe like go half of one button with that, half of the other button with this.
Okay.
Or maybe the outside with one and the inside with the other.
I like that idea. Let's do that. We'll do this round.
Have you tried doing a circular gradient out like that?
No. Well, Steve has all these ideas. Why am I in this chair, Steve? You should be in this chair. Okay. Yellow is going to have a hard time fighting against this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, now we know yellow doesn't like the toner, so I'm going to do the outside edge of the button because it's yellow. and we don't want to fight the toner. And I'm going to try this is when I get really like, how do you manage the flow of the toner when you're splitting sides like this? Oh, mistake. That's what colorless blenders were born for. Okay. That sorta worked. Okay, now Steve wants me to clean off the nib. Wow, there was a lot of yellow left in that.
Yeah,
Okay, that's all right. Now, he wants me to take these two
and do a circular gradient
in the middle.
Yeah.
Okay, now this is a strong color, I think. So hopefully it'll 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, I don't know what you mean by circular. You want me to like
start in the center and go out like that.
Okay. Start in the center.
Make sure you're out of frame.
Oh. Sorry, everyone. Okay. Come on. I should be seeing the red soon. There's the red. This is hard because the angle of the pen is changing as I come around the circle. So that, I think you'd have to practice holding the pen consistently, like around with every stroke.
I hardly had any blue. Wow.
Yeah, you can see it. It's there, but...
You have to really load up that blue. Yeah, that's cool.
Okay. What other things would you like me to do, birthday boy?
How many more pens do you have?
We've got 4 more toppers to try.
How many more pens?
Oh, I've got tons of these, but it's the toppers
it's the
we're trying to get through here.
Oh, those are really light, huh?
Yeah, we got lots of light colors here. 2 bluish and 2 taupey, warm gray colors. Okay, there's a nice dark base. And let's go for a gray. Okay, kiss them together. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is light 5, 6, 7, 8. We'll do 8. I want to try the circle again.
Yeah. I have another thing for you to try.
Okay, I'm going to try the circle again. Trying to hold it consistently. I know what I'm doing wrong. I'm resting my hand flat. Rather than making the stroke come from my shoulder, I'm resting my hands flat, so the stroke is coming from my, like a pivot point. If I lifted my arm like this and did like this, I could hold my hand better. If that makes any sense to anyone. But that's like denim, that's cool.
That's cool. And then keep going.
Out into the...
Yeah, maybe it'll go kind of dark out there, you know?
Well, what we could do is, this will be like the, when you add gray, it's the tone. So this is like a toned version of the indigo, and then the outer edge is the full indigo. We'll go over it a couple times so that the pigment can really settle into the fibers, and it'll be the strongest tone possible, the strongest color possible. There. That turned out good. I like your circular idea.
Are you ready for my next one?
I'm ready. Challenge me.
Pick the next color first.
Red coral.
I'm kind of wanting that gold. Ooh, good. I'm glad you
Taupe.
Oh, it's taupe. Okay.
Taupe. 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 Okay, what am I doing with red gold?
What you're going to do, you're going to do this heart, and you're going to go this way on one stripe, that way on the other, this way on one, that way on the other, and alternate the stripes. But so that means you're going to probably have to test this because it's got to be short. It's got to activate quickly.
Oh, I see. Okay. So you want it... Okay.
Yeah, I want it to radiate within that short little...
Look how that nib is a good example of how these nibs, let me show you how this nib.
Do the toppers, there was a question, do the toppers come separate or does each pen have its own?
Each pen comes with this topper, which is a colorless topper. This has the same fluid, we're guessing, that's in this colorless blender.
Basically that right there.
And it will create this kind of transition from nothing to the full pigment of whatever's in here. So then you have to purchase these color toppers if you want, and then you can do what we're demonstrating today, which is the first time I've had fun with the Chameleons, is having the color toppers. So if you're going to invest, which these are very expensive, if you're going to invest in these, I highly recommend the color toppers because this is the first time I've had fun with the Chameleons. Now, these are alcohol based. So that means technically I could take any alcohol based markers I have and do exactly the same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And let's see if it works. It should come out saffron yellow first and transfer to our red coral. So I needed to hold it longer. Again, it's the same idea. You have to practice and see how much you need to touch. But you can do exactly the same thing. So if you just invest in these and you already have a set of alcohol markers, Ohuhus, Cali Arts, any of them, as long as they're alcohol based, you can do the same effect without purchasing the toppers. Okay, just saying. All right, Steve wants me to do this now with the taupe topper. Here we go. So he wants me to check if we do like a 1 second kiss, what will the transition be so that we can get stripes on the heart. Okay, here we go. 1, Okay, so this is the problem with these nibs. Excuse me. Let me show you now if I can get in the frame. If you're coloring or something, look up for me. You can see that this nib, I'm going to put white behind it. See how the nib is crushed? We've been coloring a lot with this marker and the nib is crushed. This is those nibs I've been worrying about. Now this is where the problem comes. When the chambers come together, you only have a certain amount of room and you have to get them to kiss, right? So because it's crushed, they're not touching. So it needs a new nib. Let's see if I really shove it on. Nope, no touchos. Okay, this marker's out. So that marker needs a new nib to be functional in the Chameleon system. It's not, I mean, I could still color, it's working.
Can you shape the nib, like kind of roll it and try to get it to extend out so that you can at least get the... So you can at least get it to touch that.
Okay. I know, you hate it when I do that. Shove it on there. Let's see if I can get it. 1, 2, 3. Let's see if any... Oh, a little of it made it in. Okay, so that might work. But now I have to... every time. Okay, which... Here we go. So when you buy the Chameleons, at least when I bought them, which was like 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 2. Okay, which I think I touched it too long. They do come with replacement nibs.
Can't see what you're doing.
Oh, sorry. Let's try again.
Maybe you get a different one. Just get a different one. That's just going to be a pain every time if you have to try to do that.
Okay, so let's just take this pretty color and color the whole so we can move on to the new. Oh, that was the best coloring I've ever done. Okay, let's do the same idea on these stripes here. Okay, but we have this one. What's a good one to go with this one? The green?
Or that.
Maybe a darker green. So we have more contrast. Let's see what these two together look like. And that nib, see, that nib is just nice and fresh, and it's going to kiss together. Very good kiss. Mwah! Nice good kiss here. One. Okay, that was a one kiss. A 1 second kiss, and we got a nice touch of gold on the tip. Is that gold enough on the end for your dream?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, here we go. Let's make Steve's dream a reality. One. So I'm going to start at the top here and transition down to the full strength green.
Oh, so you need it longer.
Okay, 1, 2.
Like 5 or something. That green's so strong. What is it? Oh, maybe, yeah. Maybe 2 is good, yeah. Yeah, 2 is great.
Okay. 1, 2. One, 2.
The Cove's wondering, when you replace the nib, do you lose ink?
Yeah, you'll lose whatever ink was in that nib that was all loaded up and juicy in that nib. 1, 2.
Jennifer loves your button illustrations.
Thank you. Let's see. I had so much fun drawing this one because I just was thinking of my mom the whole time, and when I was little, and she would be sewing, and she would bring out her big tin full of buttons, and I would sit by her while she's sewing and go through her button collection and just look at them. And you know, when you're little, anything that's shiny you think is real gold, right? And so you're just like, oh, these are like real gold buttons, huh?
Cute.
Yeah. So fun. 1, 2.
They did confirm that the chameleons are refillable.
Oh, good. Okay. And I'm just going to kind of touch on those ends because they're not big enough stripes to really do Steve's effect. What do you think?
Interesting.
Let's go straight down so they can see straight down. I'm going to clean this nib to get it back to the green. What do you think?
Maybe hold it up higher so that...
Okay, I think before I do, though, I'm going to take the full strength green and go on. This feels very St. Patrick's-y to me.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
That would be way cute on a leprechaun if you were coloring a leprechaun. That would be so cute. Okay, there it is. Steve's stripes that he wanted them gradiating back and forth like that. Very cool.
It is cool.
Okay, we've got 2 more toppers. We're running out of time. Well, we're out of time. So we're going to do a double load up. I haven't done multiple color load up. So we need something in between though, don't you think? Maybe yellow or orange? That would be weird. How about yellow in between?
Sure.
Green?
Yeah.
Oh, that looks good. I like the green in between. And then let's have the main marker be cornflower.
Now, from my experience,
Let me
tell you my experience.
Tell me your wisdom.
Yes,
your
me being
wisdom.
me being an expert
Is
at
that
chameleons.
how you would do it?
Those blues are all going to blend together and become kind of one color.
Okay, because we have.
I think you need a broader range of colors.
So get rid of this one.
Yeah, you need better
about
contrast. See, now
mauve?
you're getting closer.
Okay, mauve.
But see, those two might be too close.
So green out.
No. Or leave the green, but replace one of the blues.
But these are the 2 we have to use.
Oh, that's right. Okay, never mind. Then I would go for... Well, no, that green. That'll be a strong color.
Okay.
From my experience, being the expert at
I'm
chameleons.
so grateful you're here for me.
Yeah. You're lucky.
You. Wow. I just don't know what I would do without him. Okay, caps off. Line up my soldiers here. Line them all up. We've got caps all off. These are the colors that the professional has recommended that we do. And here we go. We're not even we're just gonna go for this.
Wow.
These are light colors. This is our one dark, so we're gonna do a very light kiss, just a peck with this one. And then these ones are gonna get longer kisses. And we're going on top of mauve. Okay, I'll put that right there so you can see. Can you see? There, now they can see. Okay, here we go. First one up is Lagoon on top of the mauve. And we're going to hold this one for a while because it's light colors. So we're going to go for a good 7 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Nice long kiss.
Do short on that.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And then we're going straight into the coloring here.
Whoa, you're so brave.
Oh, whoa. There's that green. That was a 1 second kiss.
And like I said, that green is powerful.
And did we even see the color? Kinda. And now we should be going back to the mauve. We never got all the way to the mauve.
It's pretty though.
Yeah, it's pretty. But if we come to our... See, then what do you guys do, you professional chameleons, with the ends that are just like that? Okay, get it cleaned off all the way to the original mauve. Okay. We did it. We've used every single topper. We didn't get through every single marker I have, but we got through all the toppers, and that was kind of my goal, was to at least experience all of my new toppers so that I could give you my final feelings on the topper experience. All right, so this was my third attempt to enjoy the chameleons. And yes, like I said, I think that the toppers are their saving grace. I think the other experience where it's just the marker with the colorless blender chamber is not enough to make me want to go back to this system and keep coloring with it. Now with the toppers, it feels like this is kind of fun, but it's this feeling like I have when I color with watercolors. There's a lack of control, a lack of predictability, and I have to be okay with it. So, you know, when you sit down and you read Shakespeare, how for like the first few stanzas or whatever, it's like really hard. You have to kind of get your brain into it. And then once you're into it, you're like, okay, I understand what I'm reading now, the Old English. I got it. It's kind of like that with watercolor painting and with chameleons. For the first little while, you're like, come on, do what I want you to do. Blend the way I want you to do. And then you're like, all right, no, let it go. It's going to do what it's going to do. Embrace it. Just enjoy the process. And then you can relax and have fun. So that's what I think it's like. It's like reading Shakespeare. Chameleons are like reading Shakespeare. I'll preface that. No. What's it when you say it at the end? It's not a preface. It's a postface. The footnote is, you must know that I love Shakespeare. So I want you to know that. So I'm willing to keep working now with the chameleons. Before, they were in a box with the big word chameleon and shoved to the back of all my alcohol markers. They might actually get pulled to the front and used more often. And if I have nieces and nephews over and I want to impress them with a really fancy, fun coloring system,
oh yeah,
these might
show those to a 6-year-old.
Yeah, where before I wouldn't have brought them out because they would just be frustrated and be like, what am I doing? And this is not fun. But now I can be like, look, let's talk color theory. What happens when you put blue and yellow together? Any guesses? Let's try it. And we can play that way now with them. And so, yeah, I think the color toppers may have saved my opinion of the chameleons. Now, would I recommend them? Would I tell you to go out and spend your money on them? No, I still wouldn't. But if you've bought them and you want to buy them, I think you're going to have fun with them. I would recommend buying the color toppers, or at least trying, like I said, where you use your own markers and touch the top of them and play with them that way. Yeah. But, you know, we have our Amazon shop where I load it up with my #1 favorite products that I say, you know, if you're going to buy something, you know, these are the things I tell you to buy. I still don't think the chameleons are going to go in there into our shop.
Just because of the price?
Because of the price and because the lack of predictable outcome with the product. Like I said earlier in this stream, I like, as a teacher, to be able to recommend products to you that I can say, buy this product, pair it with this paper, use this technique, and I promise you, you're going to get beautiful results and you're going to love it and you'll be glad you spent your money. I can't put that combination together with the chameleons. I can tell you that you'd have fun and it would be an interesting coloring experience, and if you have extra money to spend on an art product, this might be a fun thing to try. But, you know, I would rather see you invest your money in, say, a set of Blick Studio brush tip markers, or a small set of Copics, or something that I can say, okay, now you've got a marker that I can tell you, blend it this way, combine it with this paper, and you're going to get consistent, beautiful blends, and your coloring is going to expand, and you can try this and do this. And so that's my problem with the chameleons. It's still a little gimmicky. Still, yeah. As a teacher, I want to set you guys up for success, and these are fun. They're a fun, gimmicky type coloring product, not like a, you know, I can guarantee you success kind of product. So that's where I kind of land on it, is the gimmicky fun end, not necessarily the I can guarantee you results.
Well, and it sounds like, you know, if you say you don't want to use them for the gradient.
Yeah.
If you just want to use them as an alcohol marker,
yep.
They're really big, so storing is an issue. The nibs don't last as long. It's not as nice of a brush nib as you get in a Copic or in a Blick.
Nope. And the colors seem a little desaturated, to be honest. The colors don't pop like they do in some of these other sets. Even like that cheap Ohuhu brush tip marker set, which keeps coming in and out of stock. That set, the colors are so vibrant. They're not desaturated at all. These ones, even when you haven't mixed them with either the colorless chamber or another color, they just feel a little desaturated. Yeah.
So if you're going to buy them for the fun.
Buy them for the gimmick. Buy them for the fun. Then sit down as if, okay, I'm going to relax. Just enjoy the process. Have fun with it. Then you're going to be set up for success.
You look at that page.
You look at our page.
And it's fun. Like,
we had a lot of fun. Look at these fun things we tried. This was fun, but again, was it predictable outcomes? Could I recreate that exact thing every time? No. But that's all right. I'm all right with that. I'm okay with that.
Real quick, Roberta would like to see your box that the pens are in.
Isn't this an adorable box? So I was at Hobby Lobby. I was supposed to be buying a thing of paint for one of our partner workshops. And then I was supposed to hurry out because Steve was waiting in the car. And I walked past this display of these boxes that were on clearance. And I have to buy this. It was like on clearance for $1.20, I think. And I had to buy it because it's just beautiful. Isn't that just a beautiful little box? So these are those photo boxes. The great thing about these boxes, if you have the IKEA drawers that I have that I showed in the art studio tour over a year ago, these fit in the Alex, I think they're Alex drawers. I don't know what anyway. Go watch the video. These fit in those deeper drawers, and that's why I like these photo boxes, because I can load them up with inks or like one category, and I leave them open in the bottom of that drawer like this, and I can pull them out and set them up here. They look pretty, and yeah, they're nice. A little step up from a shoebox. That's what it is. It's just a little step up. So anyway, I'm excited. I did not think this was going to go this way, honestly.
Yeah, I didn't think it would either.
I thought at the end I'd be like, hate the them, hate them,
I'm never
don't
touching
buy
them
them.
again. Yep, I thought
Yeah,
for sure
throw
that's
them in a
okay.
box. I'm gonna donate them to Goodwill and let someone else be frustrated. But no, I'm happy. So thank you for joining me. I want to thank everyone for all your support. I have to say one more thing. They got Steve into this chair. These Chameleon markers did. That's another... I got to give them props for that. You know, if I can find a coloring tool that gets my husband into this chair and gets him coloring, that's some art power there. And I know a lot of you have people in your life that you wish you could get to color. And anytime you can find a tool that gets people that don't color to color, that's a powerful art tool. So maybe I need to give them a little bit more credit just for that. Don't you think?
Yeah.
Like, if these people have someone in their life that they could show the trick to and be like, oh, you want to try this?
Yeah, it's fun. It is. It's really fun when you see it, and it's fun to try it and fun to do it.
I need to give it a little bit
Inspired me on all the different ways you could use it and try it, and so I think so.
It needs some points for that. All right, so Chameleon gets some points for that too. So, all right. Well, thanks again to our friend. Her name is Jill. I want to say a special thanks to Jill for sending me the toppers. You have saved Chameleon in my esteem, and you got Steve to color. And happy birthday again to you. Thank you everyone for joining us. We'll be back again next Wednesday for another live event, and I think it's our last Wednesday for alcohol marker. I was going to say alcohol August. That would be an interesting live event, especially where I've never had any alcohol. That would be really interesting. No, that's not what we're going to be doing next Wednesday. Something else alcohol marker related next Wednesday. So come and join us. And I think the plan for September will be Sparkle September. So make sure you have subscribed and you hit the notification bell and you hit the thumbs up so that we know you're enjoying these live events. And we will see you next Wednesday. Have a wonderful, colorful, blissful night. Bye-bye, everyone.